Hey everyone!
Hi everyone!
Ooh.
Thanks for not changing the scene while I was taking a sip of water.
I think we just lost 20 viewers from that.
You better not.
But, oh, we're back with another live stream, everyone.
Hi everyone! Welcome to another official Mabinogi live stream.
Ooh. I think everyone's been ready, eager for this one, but for those who aren't, or this is your first stream, let's introduce ourselves. For me, you've got CM Elebon, and joining me today is our wonderful...
Hi everyone, I'm CM Arciellia. Whoa, it's weird having you introduce me. I know you do it sometimes, but woo!
But, alright, I know that a lot of people have been eager for this next update, and why not? Let's just get right into it, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
So, as some of you know, this update is our latest season of the Renovation updates. For this particular season, Season 6 will, of course, introduce Alchemy and Puppetry. Ooh.
We did reveal a lot of this information here and there on our recent upcoming producer letter, so if you happened to already read the contents of it, you may have already known this was coming, but for those of you that this comes to as a surprise, we're happy to bring it.
And for those that are curious of what that was, we'll just show that off real quick. For those that haven't actually caught the news yet from a few weeks ago, here's our, of course, our roadmap for the next few months. Feel free to look it over and be excited for any future changes that are coming soon. But let's get into what we're revealing today. So, rid of that. There we go. As of course, we've got our Alchemy and Puppetry updates, and we'll just start straight off with the Alchemy. So, make sure. So, of course, we'll make several changes, with the biggest ones being such as Water Cannon, where we've increased all the damage. We've added splash damage when you fully charged it. Your Stardust skills will activate depending on the number of charges. We've reduced the delay on using the skill, and we've added an upper limit to the casting speed. For Flame Burst, we, of course, increased the damage for all ranks. For Life Drain, we've increased the health recovery per second. Of course, you can see these values for yourself as we scroll through these. And then, of course, we get to a big one, Heat Buster, which, again, we've increased all the damage. The splash damage is now activated 100% of the time. The skill range has been relatively doubled. And of course, for our fallen animation friends, you will unfortunately no longer fall backwards when you trigger a critical hit. I know.
What a strange change to make.
I loved that. It's probably my favorite animation from the Alchemy. But of course, we've also reduced the distance that your character is pushed back when using the skill. And... sorry. And it disappeared on me. And of course, the delay upon using the skill has been reduced. The pressure buildup when using alchemy skills has also been reduced, but excluding Flame Burst, of course. And the immediately activate skill on target option will also apply to Heat Buster. And of course, we've made some changes under the hood to the Alchemy Mastery bonus formula calculation. And lastly, when using the skill with Elemental Wave and Time Shift, pressure buildup will now only reach 75% of the power instead of 100%.
Heat Buster has undergone numerous changes this time around with Renovation Season 6, and you love to see it. I'm incredibly impressed with the DPS output now. More than doubled, absolutely phenomenal. More than doubled range, like this is huge.
Well, there was a lot of changes to Heat Buster, so we'll actually show you a quick side-by-side showcase of it. So, wrong one. For Heat Buster. So on the left, you'll see my character what the current looks like right now, and on the right you'll see my other character in the test realm. So as you can see, the recovery and pushback is much shorter, much faster. You'll be able to get right back into the action, no time lickety split.
Nice to have a side-by-side comparison like this.
But, of course, that isn't the only major change. We've also made changes to Elemental Wave, such as the skill is now no longer a single charge and instead lasts for 60 seconds. So feel free to spam all those wonderful Heat Buster, Shocks, and what's the other one I'm thinking of? The frozen one, Frozen Blast.
Elebon.
The skill name was escaping me.
There's been a lot of changes to Alchemy, I understand.
And of course, when using Life Drain, well, under the Elemental Waves effect, we've also increased additional health recovery from 10% to 200%, so drain away. And lastly, we've got a few miscellaneous changes, such as the crystal storage for the Revenant Insight Guard Cylinder and Perseus Tyrannus Guard Cylinder have been increased from 1,000 to 5,000 crystals. And we've increased the damage coefficients for your health, mana, and stamina. The damage coefficients that are related for the alchemy. And of course...
Gosh.
I mean, let's show off what these look like in game real quick. So, we'll pop over to my screen. I think this is me. Yep.
They put my puppet away. Don't look.
Not yet. We'll get to the puppet soon. I did put alchemy. Yes, I did. And so we'll just go ahead and start off with Golden Time, Elemental Wave, and now we'll just have a bit of fun. Oop. And as you can just see,
dummies.
You can just see the splash damage automatically activating. I can just keep using.
You're separating them.
Oop. Hang on here. Actually, remove my title. But of course, you can freeze them still. You can do all these enhanced skill effects for the next 60 seconds. And of course, we've added a little timer, the little skill icon to signify, or status icon to signify when it's active. But of course, that's not the only thing that we've changed. Shall we dive into Puppetry?
Oh gosh, we're going straight through.
I mean, we are on a slight time crunch. So, let's swap it back over and... There we go. Would you like to read off some Puppetry?
I would love to. So, in addition, for Renovation Season 6, we also have added some changes to Puppetry. Starting first things first with Control Marionette. The puppet will now receive 100% of the puppeteer's damage, critical, balance, and defense penetration and piercing level. The minimum control distance for marionettes has been increased significantly from 3 meters to 10 meters. We will show this off in-game and you'll be able to get kind of a feel for it. The maximum controllable distance for marionettes has also been increased from 13 meters to 20 meters. The cooldown when disconnecting from your marionette has been reduced from 1 second to 0.5 seconds, so it's a much faster reactivation. When disconnected from your marionette, a circle will now appear around the marionette to display the distance needed to regain control of your marionette. We'll also show off this indicator in-game too, so you get a little feel for that. Lastly, our final bullet point for Control Marionette. Marionettes are now immune to the standard knockback and freeze, so they should be a little bit more durable.
Durable? I think they're more stronger than our Militians.
Hugh worked hard on them. Scrolling on down to, let's start with Act 1, Inciting Incident. The damage has been increased for Inciting Incident to the following values. In addition to the damage increase, the range of the attacks has also been increased from 8.5 meters to 15 meters for all ranks. Distance is now measured based on the position of the character. For Act 2, Threshold Cutter, the damage has also significantly been increased for the following values. as well as the knockback distance on a target has been reduced. Moving on to Act 4, potentially my favorite. Damage has been increased significantly as well to the following values. The knockback distance on a target has been reduced, which makes your CC a little bit easier, and when the skill is loaded, an attack range circle will now appear. We do also have a side-by-side comparison asset for this, Elebon, if you can preview it.
Of course. Let's show it. So, as you can see, we've got the wonderful before and after comparison. So, did you quite a good job with it, Archie?
Oh, thank you, my Premiere Pro expertise coming into play. Act 4 definitely changes up a little bit more. So you can see the significantly reduced knockback for the dummies that I'm using. You can also see the AoE indicator with the circle underneath before the active is used. Looks good. I'm gonna move on from Act 4 if that's all right.
Yep.
We've got a couple more in for puppetry. Moving on, we have Act 6 Crisis. The pull effect of the skill has been improved to occur regardless of the monster's knockback gauge, so it's now more of a guarantee. And lastly on our list for puppet changes, we have Act 7 for Climatic Crash. Damage has been increased and modified at all ranks to allow for major damage on first hit with additional smaller damage on all subsequent hits. So, the values are indicated here for rank 1. Enemies in the path of the skill are now pushed towards the attack's direction rather than to the side, so you're able to group your mobs a little bit better. Marionettes now charge at a faster speed during the skill. The length of the attack range has been increased from 4 meters to 5, so a slight increase. The knockback distance on the enemies is increased from 4 to 5 meters as well, and a cooldown penalty no longer occurs when canceling the skill. I know that was a little bit troublesome when using this Act 7, so a little bit easier to use and a little bit easier to manage.
Shall we show off what it looks like in game?
Yes, please.
Alrighty, you've got control.
You moved my dummies around so much.
Well, you can just gather them all back up. That's what puppetry is all about.
Here you can kind of see the marionette. If I move out of the way, you'll be able to see my marionette's distance from me, the distance at which I can then control my marionette. So, significant change.
I accidentally pushed the wrong button.
Elebon. I can't believe this. During my showcase, you're sabotaging me.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to move my character, and I was looking at the on our stream, and I hit the S, which submitted it straight back to start stream.
My marionette now takes me on quite long walks. Long walks on the beach, perfect. Let me show off again. So this is the visual effect for the active range required for your marionette. Looking quite good. A very large range.
And it should be noted that only the player will see it. Your party members and all of them won't see the range.
Yeah, this is purely client side for you. Oh, looks good. Everything is so clean, so crisp. I'm very happy with it. All right, I think we're ready to get into some of our additional changes in addition to our renovation changes.
Oh yes, we have. Did you think 1 month of simple Nogi was enough?
Simple Nogi, you say?
Absolutely. How about a part 2? Such as item tooltips. They've been improved, and the way text is displayed is changed. When applying simplified mode, you can see, I cannot speak. You can see only the key information, such as level, effect name, in such an abbreviated form. When applying detailed mode, you can see more detailed information than before. Similar information has been color-coded for quick information to make it more easy viewing. We've also added list icons and identification to make the information more recognizable. And of course, you can switch between the simplified and detailed mode by pressing the Alt key while the equipment item tooltip is displayed at any time. And lastly, item tooltips will no longer be obscured by announcements.
I've got just the item for this in game.
Ooh, let's show it real
Swap
quick.
me back over.
Stick of truth. The giant stick of truth.
It is indeed the screaming wooden stick. So I'm gonna try to get all of this in stream as the best I can. Here is the full view. Of course, Iwaka is rising. When you press Alt, it's a toggle, not a hold. When you press Alt, it condenses the information significantly, so it's much easier to view at a glance. From this preview, it might be a little bit hard to see. Don't look at my bee bag. It might be a little bit harder to see just because of how zoomed out the resolution is, but the information is also color-coded a little bit differently and a little bit clearer, so viewing your equipment should be a lot easier in your inventory now.
It does look fantastic.
Alright, moving back to you, Elebon.
Alrighty, moving back to the post. We've also updated the item selection window, which has now changed to a vertical scroll type that can expand up and down. As you can see, a quick image here. We've modified it to the 2-column list format, and additionally, you can search and sort. The search and sorting functions have also been added. We'll show a few of these off a bit more in game, but to keep the time rolling, we've also improved the item preview window, and these will be included to the auction house and PC shop. Preview of the die window, title selection screen, the facilities installed on Moonlight Island, glyph writing, beauty coupons, storage coupons, and of course, preview actions may be restricted if you're in a transformation, ascent divinity, demigod, any of those types of states. We've also expanded the size of the viewing area. You can also freely adjust the background color brightness, and you can move the camera position by right-clicking in any preview. And
a wonderful picture GIF from Elebon. Thank you.
New bullets. But can you preview fixed die? I believe. Oh. When you attempt to apply them on a clothing, you still can.
Can I preview my Mobby GF? You gotta get one first. Sorry, back to stream.
Of course. Now, we've also improved the right-click menu, such as only the list of functional buttons is now displayed. The item description section, where the same information as the item tooltip was displayed repeatedly, has now been omitted, and right-clicking the object will highlight it with brackets and a blue background. And of course, some features of the item inventory have been improved. With the item inventory window open, you can click your bag or inventory and then press escape to close the inventory windows all at once. If there's a new item in your inventory, it will now be highlighted with a yellow background and a little N symbol in the lower left-hand corner. We've also improved item inventory clothing functionality and visibility when acquiring new items in your item inventory.
This is the inventory update that I have needed. The amount of times that I press my escape button expecting my entire inventory to close, I should have learned by now. However, now it finally does close everything instead of everything one by one. Very nice to have. The indicators in your inventory as well, such as the new item, the little N pop up with the yellow highlight, makes finding new items that you acquire so much easier visually for me. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how our militians like these changes.
But of course, that's not the only thing. The status effect of Mana Shield has now been modified to visibly show your total mana in blue over the health bar above your character. And of course, when a Harmonic Saint's Veil of Life has been applied, the bar will be green with the Veil of Life health instead. You can see a little preview with Cuckoo demonstrating the little mana displayed over his health bar. And let's get into some music buffs if you want to take over, Arcee.
Whoa. Don't dox me. Moving on after GM Cuckoo's wonderful asset, thank you, Cuckoo, you now have the option to choose which music buffs you wish to share and receive. So there is now a sharing setting button that's been added to the bottom of the music tab of your skill UI. An option to set a shortcut to access the sharing settings menu has also been added. The party music buff sharing option has been moved from the options menu to the music buff sharing settings menu. So it's now consolidated a little bit more. You'll be able to choose whether or not to give and receive the following buffs to and from your party members, including BFO, Enduring Melody, Vivace, March Song, and Harvest Song. You will only be able to share and receive buffs from the skills that you learned. So if you haven't learned one of these skills, you won't be able to receive it if someone else is sharing.
This entire time I thought it was called Vivas.
Vivas? No, it's Vivace.
What?
What do you mean? The one mobby thing that I can pronounce correctly, it has to be a music term.
That's, of course. That's fair.
Scrolling on down to an option to immediately use the specific skills after loading have been added. The option to enable and disable is located on the skill info window for each skill. The flash when landing a critical hit will no longer obscure UI or hide the items in your inventory. This was a weird one. I don't have an explanation for it, but I'm happy it's at least altered.
I guess some players enjoy fighting with their inventories open.
Just getting flashbanged. Scrolling on down too, we also have some status list changes. So, the status list has been significantly improved, allowing one to edit the status effects shown on themselves. You can now favorite and set status to always show even when it's inactive. Inactive effects will be grayed out, so you'll be able to tell the difference between them. By hiding a status, you can set a status to never show regardless of whether or not it is active or inactive. A status history will also be visible for the statuses of your militia that you received during your play session. So, if you happen to log out and log back in, the statuses will no longer be visible, I believe. The inactive statuses can be added to the hidden or favorites list as well. If the status icons are under the character name instead of the status list window during editing, the changes will not be saved. So make sure you're saving the correct settings. And we have also a beautiful image to depict some of the various changes. Thank you, Elebon, for this.
Well, I mean, we had to at least help describe it a little bit better, since I know this is quite a big change and it is a bit confusing. So
it's a little bit wordy.
So hopefully it helps. And I see players have already noticed, but yes, we have noted your feedback and we've restored the reserve attack functionality and will be once available in the gameplay control area of the options menu.
Yes, thank you to all of our militians that reached out to us and let us know that this was a function that you were interested in and that you still wanted to have. So we appreciate your feedback, and I'm very happy it has been reversed. Get it? Haha, reversed.
But of course, that's not the only thing we've got. Let's check out some debuff changes. We'll start off with Bryonic and Seal Powder. The shedding effects of Bryonic and Seal Powder have been unified. Awakened Bryonic, when use of the Awakening of Light or Shock, will now also reduce magic defense and magic protection on hit according to the level of your Seal Powder technique. And of course, Seal Powder, when activated, will also reduce protection. The shedding effects of both Bryonic and the Seal have been strengthened. Before it was 3 and 6. Or before it was 3, it is now 6 per hit, and for magic defense and magic protection, it was before 3, after 6. And of course, to help clarify when you've hit maximum shedding, status icon effects have been added to the enemy to indicate when they are at maximum protection shred, or maximum magic defense and magic protection shred from these two icons. And of course, we have a few developer comments.
Would you like me to take over while you hydrate?
Yes.
Okay. From our developers, Use of Bryanak and Seal Paraga have to reduce enemy defense protection, magic protection is an important part of Mabinogi combat. We felt that the process to use both sources to apply the two effects separately was an uncomfortable play pattern. In order to make this a little bit smoother, we've unified the effects so that instead players will pick which application source to use depending on the situation. Additionally, we increased the shred per hit so that less hits are required to reach the cap and added a status effect icon so that you can quickly check if the enemy has reached the cap or not. We also have... Oh.
Nope, sorry, I was scrolling up for you to check out.
We also have an additional Mabinogi team note regarding this. Additionally, we plan to rename Paraga and Seal Paraga in a future update to more accurately depict how it should be portrayed. Thank you to our community for helping us with this change. The change is intended to correct the name of this mythological weapon. You've got me tongue-tied. While we sympathize that the changing terms players have become accustomed to can have challenges, we do want to represent source material in an accurate, educational, and entertaining manner. That is a tongue twister. Don't ask me to say that. I can't.
What? Ragnarok?
Is that? Geek, I need you on stream.
Yeah, Ragnarok. I'm assuming. But, you know, players are already getting ahead of us. They are eager for that Hydra transmutation, which is, of course, what we'll talk about next.
Scroll on down.
The Battle Alchemy talent skill Hydra transmutation has also been adjusted. An indicator has been added to display the attack range of your Hydra. The time the magic defense and magic protection reduction is applied has also been increased, which is now 30 seconds at rank 1. And of course, another small comment comments from our developers. The Hydra transmutation is a considerable skill for magic attack-based talents. However, due to the fixed location of the Hydra, it can be difficult to apply the magic defense and magic protection shred. We have decided to improve the skill to allow for a more effective application of this debuff by making it last for a longer duration after an enemy enters its area of effect. Hopefully all you alchemists are enjoying all of these updates. Do you want to take over for the next one?
Yes, I would love to. We've also got some pet friend summon improvements heading your way. So, as many Militians in chat have noticed, Pet Parade, a new action has been added. The action can be learned by adding an extra friend summon slot to a pet by using FinSync, or by summoning a pet that has an extra friend summon slot already unlocked. When using with a summoned pet with friend summon slot set, lots of words, Pet Parade will activate the pets 1 through 5 friend summon slots that are ready to be summoned in sequential order. Who wrote this patch note? Who put so many S's in a row? Oh my goodness.
I mean, this is why I had you do it, because I knew I would just I would keep getting a lisp if I kept trying.
I have a lisp for S sounds. Moving on down with Pet Parade. The friend summon slots can now be updated once every 5 minutes per slot, changed from once every errand day, so a much faster change. Our final bullet point for the section also reads, increase the duration of the magic defense and magic protection shreds provided by the summon skills for Serenus type pets Lightning Wave. So before 30 seconds and now 5 minutes.
My goodness, that's such a long time.
We've got some more exciting information right below that you can kind of see from the screen. We've also added some changes to boss health bars. So, the duration for debuffs will now show on health bars for certain bosses. The list is as follows, as you can read. From our little infographic, you might be able to tell you are able to hover over the debuff on a potential boss to determine what is affecting them. So in this example, we have the Purling's Furious Charge, granting defense and protection down on Winter Tyrant.
And for those, if you can, of course, this post will be released later today, but as you can tell, any debuffs that have a timer on it will also be displayed directly below the icon.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, we've got a few more debuff changes, such as adding a few new status effect icons, such as combo spinning uppercut, smoke screen, death mark, and water balloon.
They're so cute. I love Smokescreen's little icon.
Looks like a little gremlin almost.
I love it.
Ooh,
You know that's not all that we've got. We've got some patch notes too.
what is an update without fantasy life changes? And to start things off, we have updated our recommended hardware specifications from Windows 7 to Windows 10.
Yes. We do plan on releasing additional information regarding this, so please keep an eye out for it regarding the specs.
I do agree that Windows 7 is probably the best one, but regardless, we've also adjusted the following search fields to be no longer case sensitive, such as inventory search, NPC shop, and dressing room.
My lower cases rejoice.
The face accessory slot has now been renamed to Faceware. All item names that previously stated face accessory slot only will now be shortened to just Faceware. The dressing room category has also been renamed for this.
We want to send our sincerest apologies to our wiki editors. I am so sorry. On behalf of the Mobby team, please understand.
I'm sure they're happy about it too.
They'll live, thank you, Geek. Okay, let's move on down to Planted. Planted and Growth Guide have been updated to improve the flow for new players, so there have been some adjustments to header text for the quests, change to guide. The messages seen when attempting to open the memoir book or growth guide before unlocking have been updated to better indicate how to unlock them, so it should be a little bit clear. A step has been added to unlock quests to require you to open the respective UI once, and once per day, resetting at 7 AM server time, you can speak with Blanded to restore a missing Blossoming Memoirs weapon if you're far enough in the quest line. Thank you, Blanded. We all rejoice.
Ooh, but of course, that's not the only thing. We've also made some adjustments to several storyline missions to help improve places where some new players might be getting stuck, or if you're just an old-time player who's never done the storyline. Such as G7 with Ruari's Exploration Journal, the Lost Memory of the Ancients. In Generation 22, we've updated the descriptions in the list of missing people. In Generation 8, Legacy's Advice, the objective text has been made more clear. In Generation 10, Goddess Memorial, the required synthesis materials can now be regranted. Generation 17, Mysterious Clue, completing the first objective will regrant the mysterious lingerie
You get the idea.
and so forth. But of course, let's keep moving forward.
Sure. This
Oh,
is one I'm excited to show off. The auto-pathing has been improved even further. So last time we brought around Simple Nogi 1, we improved the auto-pathing function. It's been improved even more. The option to move to a specific NPC via the NPC search or by quest has been added.
and we'll show that off in game in just a moment.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll keep going too. The Chronicle mission, First Battle of Mag Turat, don't think I said that right, has been updated. There have been some changes to the experience for clearing the mission has been increased. When picking your role as the one in the spotlight, there are fewer cutscenes that'll show. This helps speed up the performances. Let's see, the effects of the sealed letters hidden within the battlefield have been strengthened, so it should go by a little bit easier. And so on, so forth. Again, this web post will be released today around 5 PM PDT, so you'll be able to kind of take a look at all of these changes.
Absolutely. And last to our fantasy life improvements. Improvements to emptying bags have now been made. The items from an empty bag will now automatically be organized to the free space of other bags. The items will be sorted based on your bag order and bag tag settings. Items will no longer be moved to the temporary inventory or dropped onto the floor. If you do not have enough free space, you will not be able to empty the bag, so keep that in mind. And of course, what's a patch without our wonderful bug fixes?
Many, many, many bug fixes here and there.
Quite a few smaller fixes this update from our localization team and QA folks. The usual text polishes have been improved, mostly for generation in 24 and 25, miscellaneous quests, and descriptions of other things. After the March title menu update, custom guild titles on your title list were defaulting to an Aaron Expeditionary Force member. We've corrected that.
We got quite a few DMs about this, so thank you to the Militians that brought this to our attention.
And an issue was occurring when constellation casting caused constellations to only be placed on the right side, and occasionally hiding stars underneath the UI. The stars were brightest shined overhead with the launch of Astrologer, but now it's time for starfishers to truly test their mettle. Basically, we've improved that. Outfit motions that contained additional props would flicker upon starting a running animation. We've corrected that too. And if you were one of the rich Militians who had over 4.3 billion ducats, we fixed that to display correctly. We hope. We won't. How many of you Militians actually have over 4.3 billion? I really want to see it.
Times are tough.
The auction house entries for expiring tail coupons have been removed just to clean up items that cannot be obtained. There's a few that actually have. Can you give me a few ducats? Can you spare a
ducat, please?
And the rarely occurring dark umbral shroud that caused reduced vision and spooky vibes upon renewed entry into one of the many dungeons of Ulata have been dispelled.
Yes. We've also contained some of our bug fixes from 320, but we don't need to go over marches. And last but not least, of course, there are some known bugs featuring him. There are currently issues with the blacklist not working as expected for some players. Under periodic conditions, Militians are temporarily unable to duel other Militians. We encourage you during this time to settle your differences. And last but not least, there's an issue with the in-game guild list not populating with guilds, so we're working on it.
Oh, but
Did we do it?
I think we got through all the updates.
Bottom of the web post. We've done it.
Shall. Oh, happy birthday, Cozy Bun.
Happy birthday, Militian. What a good time. You caught us right at the end.
Shall we showcase what's coming up next in the events?
Yes, please.
How about we just showcase it in game? Starting with, where's that? I'll see you there. How about it, RC?
Whoa, okay.
While I figure out where I'm at. Okay. So, switch over to this. And let me teleport to... We're supposed to go.
Oh, so question. When are the patch notes up? We actually made a slight change, so our patch notes are now combined with our update notes, and they will be released every Tuesday before the maintenance at 5 p.m. PDT, unless RC and Elebon are busy, in which case it'll be a little bit later. But normally 5 p.m. PDT on the Tuesday before the maintenance. So, today.
So, as you can tell from this quest, you know what's coming. But to showcase the auto-pathing...
Yes!
Let me move my map.
Take me there.
Where's my map? Okay. We're going to click Go to Destination, and it'll, as you can see here... Not show again. It's going to take me directly to the NPC that'll take me to the island.
Put your hands in the air so I know you're not cheating.
And we'll go over here next to Dr. Joe the Historian. And
You're not even reading.
Well, I'm just being like a regular Militian.
This guy.
And we'll head on over. And of course, we'll go over the web post for this in just a moment. Okay,
had to have been an easier way to do that.
I'm sure there was. But as you can tell, we are back in the island of love. But let's go over the what all you can experience here. Switching back to our web post. There's it. Of course, Doki Doki Island. We have a lot. We'll just keep it short and simple. A lot of it's another rerun, but we have brand new items, a new storyline, and so much more. But I did say it's a rerun, but we have a few changes, of course. Scroll through, and as we scroll through it, let's give a shout out to Wolfred Streaming and Nymphali, who will be making cameo appearances in this post.
Yay!
And if you'd like to also be in a event post, have your character make a cameo, we have it as a reward in our stream, or a Twitch reward. So feel free to redeem your Twitch points if you'd like to try and get into it. But as we scroll through, a lot of this is the same, but we've got a lot of things different. Of course, the daily quest. You've got the Much Doki About Something quest, the Live, Laugh, Love, and Loot, your daily quest.
I can't believe that name.
I blame Runic. And, of course, our completion quest, the Doki Doki Experience, which you can now earn a Song of Spring second title coupon rather than... What did we have last year? I don't remember. Which you can now earn these pink petals fluttering down, and with these damage stats, of course, they're temporary, but of course we've got the standard soulmate system, which starting this year, brand new, you can now choose to match with any gender if you so choose. So you don't have to choose between male or female.
More accessibility for our soulmate system.
Mm-hmm. And of course, if you don't care for a soulmate, that's perfectly fine. Skip the registration profile, and you'll be on your way. And of course, if your soulmate feel that you're not 100% matched, you of course can always break the bond without resetting your soulmate points. You deserve to find someone who is never going to give you up and never going to let you down after all.
Did you make this joke last year?
Yeah.
No!
I didn't have time.
You joke reuser. And this joke.
I didn't have time. And of course, we have a new flight animation. Let's show it off. Loading.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I guess I got a sneak peek at some brand new items too. So of course you've got your male and female flight, your male flight, and your female flight. Pretty good this year. And of course, we've got our standard points of interest. Check out the plaza, the festival market, the stage, lookout point, the metallurgy site. Of course, this post will be live at 5 p.m. tonight, so feel free to check it all out then. Unfortunately, Old Man Wenger has retired. He retired last year.
He needed a break.
He's worked that island for over 10 years. And of course, we've got a new storyline, When Love Speaks. Feel free to check it out. It won't spoil any of it, so...
Beautiful 10 out of 10. So many Militians last year were in love with the Doki Doki storyline. We can't wait for you to see this one.
Ooh. And if you're a fan of part-time jobs, of course, the island brought them back. Standard, delivering your salmon, spuds, harvest. You know the drill. Get to work in Militians. You've got your Harmony Torch. We did reduce it this year from 5 minutes to 3 minutes, so you don't have to wait as long. To get the lovey-dovey status of all these wonderful buffs. Crazy how long those last and how powerful it is.
They're really great. They're helpful.
Power of love.
That was cute.
You've got, of course, your standard heart test, your time capsule, and for those who haven't been able to obtain all the titles last year, we're bringing back the Doki Doki restaurant. If you still need to work a few shifts, go ahead and start at it. All the titles are still there. My favorite is still the Who Let That Militian Cook.
It's funny because my favorite is the Michelin starred chef, which if anybody needs coaching on how to get that title, I'm your girl. I got it.
Did you
Very
really?
proud. Yeah. It was hard. I got the strats, don't worry.
It was definitely difficult. It took me 3.5 weeks. I was running out of time last year.
I got the strats. I'll help you, Militians.
And if you need a little practice for your fashion show participation, you can go ahead and start it with your DJ Jansen. Of course, it's not starting right away. It'll be about a week. So check back in a week for that. And of course, we brought back the natural floral dyeing, where, again, it'll start in a week, but you can design the dye to your choosing. You just have to play a little mini game. Everyone
Really
loves games.
bringing it back to the infamous clip from last year. All right, who's ready to DYE? Haha. That was a poorly aged clip. However, we are so happy to be bringing back the natural flooring dyeing.
Oh. I mean, should we showcase you trying that again?
No, not me. How come you never do the mini games?
I can, because we showed what happened when we did that with Tail Chasers.
Oh, okay. You get the pass.
But let's show off some cool items. We now have some poppy seeds.
You call them
stones.
poppy seeds?
Oh.
The poppies.
Sorry, you don't have to grow them.
They're already grown.
Yeah. My bad. We've got some garden stones for you. 3 different types. We've got a poppy patch, a recumbent tree. You can now bring that butterfly chair to your Doki Doki, or to your, of course, island or homestead. You can also bring the hammock, and of course, we've got a brand new outfit.
We are wearing this outfit in-game too, so we'll be able to preview that.
You can check it out, of course, and if you miss a stream or need to check it out on the web post, every single image here can be expanded upon. We'll keep checking it out, of course. Don't forget our damaged skins.
They are wonderful again this year. They're a little bit hard to see from this preview, but they are enlargeable and wonderful. Oh, it's so nice to see our Militian cameos in them too.
They gave me some good outfits to dress them up in. And what's a Doki event without some pets, such as the Battle Pegasus and the Lightning Ribbon, Lightning Dragon. And we brought back a few items for those who weren't able to fish them up last year, such as the Bellflower fishing rod, and we've made it an appearance scroll as well, and the Magmel fishing chair.
I spent so much gold last year for this fishing chair, only for it to come back, is what you're telling me?
Yep.
It is a wonderful chair. The way that it illuminates is magnificent.
And of course, we've got some standard consumable and returning items. You can check these out. at your leisure. We do also have a few gold items up for gold, so if you still need to make a few extra runs in your daily dungeon run or weekly runs, definitely pick these up. We've also got our standard Doki Doki totem box, which you can now earn some new totems if you so prefer, such as the peony. I'm not even going to try
The peony.
The peony, Iria. You know what? I'm just bad at announcing flowers. I'm not even going to try this because I know my girlfriend's gonna, because she used to work at a flower shop.
Oh no. The peonies, the iris, the daffodil, the lavender, the ranunculus, the daisy, the rose, and the tulip. All wonderful totems.
And of course, doing all these special events, you can earn a commemorative. Why am I so bad at pronouncing things today? The commemorative box. Such as, of course, the new item is the red heart wings. And of course, we brought back the purple heart wings. And we'll check all of these other things.
A long, long list of items.
And last but not least, we've got a few fun little GM reviews, which we'll save for you to check out on your own time, as we do want to check out a few new things.
These were so funny. I love writing my review every year. Please read them. They are such a hoot.
Your review was such a surprise. I'm like, okay. Players are eager to see what we have next. Shall we show?
Sure. I believe this is our last thing of the day, which we're making good time.
Of course. Players are curious. What's it going to be? We now have the Ethereal Ballet box. Players are wait. What's that?
What'd you call it?
Ethereal.
The ballet? You call it a ballot box?
Ballet
Ain't no way,
box.
Elebon. All of our militians in chat, banner pending. Don't look at it. Time to vote on this sale. Step onto the stage for a dreamlike performance with the newest Ethereal Ballet items. Pick from enchanting ballet-inspired outfits adorned with glowing halos, delicate wings, and otherworldly weapons. Grace has never looked so powerful. Check out all of the details below. Let's get into it. This is an exciting box.
Oof. I think you worked on this one.
I did indeed. I will take the reins. Starting up first thing, we've got some magnificent wings. So we have the special ethereal chiffon wings, which are enchantable, and the special ethereal split wings, which are also enchantable. These wings have unique set bonuses, so please feast your eyes on these values.
They're so wonderful.
Both of these special wings are also dyeable. Once we scroll on down, there are also the non-special variants for the chiffon wings and for the split wings, featuring elegant, virtuous, bright, and radiant. GM Cuckoo in particular is absolutely bonkers about these chiffon wings, so I just know that they're going to be very popular.
But of course, it's not just wings.
Scroll on down, scroll down.
I did.
Scroll. Sorry, I have the stream latency. We have the special ethereal ballet outfit for male and female. These are quite unique in their animations, so you might be able to see the male outfit has a light halo or light spotlight with light feathers and I don't know, just such an ethereal grace to it, while the female version, it's a little bit harder to capture, has a darker spotlight and darker feathers and effects. We've also got the full outfits and accessories for the set as well. So here's the full spread of the Ethereal Ballet wig, outfit, gloves, and slippers for male and female.
So good, actually.
They're beautiful. I love this wig. We've also got, below that, a couple new halos. We've got Yearning, Pure, and Brilliant Ethereal Ballet halos. Very subtle differences between them.
But they're just subtle enough to look wonderful.
They're light, they're very nice. And last for our headgear, or rather face wear, I should say, we have the Ethereal Ballet horns and earrings. I love the horns.
It's got a nice little. It's almost like it's got a earring or horn ring.
It's decorated with a ring, yeah. Absolutely stunning. Next on this list is something that I know will be very, very popular. We have some appearance change items. So we have, starting first up, the Ethereal Angel Longbow appearance scroll. This appearance scroll has a unique walk, a unique run animation, a unique idle animation, and a draw animation. So, as you can kind of tell from this preview, there's a lot going on. It is very, very stunning.
I think I might have to go after this one.
I think me too. It is wonderful. All of the animations are tied to the appearance scroll, so I know various stance cards will not work with appearance scrolls. This appearance scroll basically has a stance card built in. Moving on down, we also have the Ethereal Devil Scythe appearance scroll. An appearance scroll for our scythes. They're growing. This appearance scroll also has a unique idle animation.
So edgy.
It's so cool.
So many Militians are gonna go after this one.
I love it. It is so cool, so stylish. And then just an asset of both of the appearance scroll weapons side by side. That is not the only appearance change items we have. We also have 2 Stardust items in this box. So we have the Ethereal Ribbon Stardust and the Ethereal Ballet Slipper Stardust. You can never have enough Stardust appearance. And these ones are so cutesy.
I still need to unlock my Stardust.
Oh my goodness. I need to level mine up.
That's what I meant. I have it unlocked. I just...
Okay. That's not as bad. Last on this list for the Ethereal Ballet box are 2 Homestead figures. We have the Heavenly Ballet figure and the Demonic Ballet figure. It's a little bit hard to tell the nuance differences between them, but I took this picture at night so you can kind of see the glow effects between the Heavenly and Demonic.
Ooh.
And that finishes off all of the new items featured in our Ethereal Ballet box.
But, of course, some players have been asking. Let's show it off.
Oh yes, please.
The concept art. The echo makes it better. What echo?
Are we echoing?
We've been echoing. Have I been echoing
no.
this entire time? And of course, we'll show this. We'll have this concept art shown on our Discord and social media at a later soon, really.
At a later soon.
But let's show off what these look like in game.
Take me in game. Oh, I'm still wearing the Doki Doki outfit.
Oh yes.
My bee bag's open. Of course, by the time we decide to show off anything in game, it's already nighttime and very dark.
I did not grab any of those, so I will just show off the Doki outfit.
I have them with me too. Thank you to GMs Cuckoo and Mew Lin for also showing off some of the Ethereal Ballet items. They also have them dyed in their signature color codes, so you can kind of see how various pieces dye. Spoiler alert, very beautifully.
So good. They do such a good job with their dye channels.
They did a wonderful job. I'm a huge fan of this aesthetic. It is wonderful.
I'm also just like looking up for those curious, and you can see the little black spotlight hanging above Arcee.
Oh, yes, it's a little bit difficult to see here.
But it actually looks great right now.
Against the cotton candy tree in the background, you can kind of see, yeah.
And then Cuckoo, just go into screenshot mode and move out of the way. Struggling in screenshot mode.
You already know that the Ethereal Ballet box will be today's giveaway item. We will be giving away to 20 winners 11 Ethereal Ballet boxes. So we should probably start that giveaway, Elebon.
Yes, we should.
Oh, goodness.
And there's already 3, and
we gotta get out of here soon.
For those curious why we're rushing, well,
there's another stream.
CM Suki needs the room.
We're getting kicked out. Not actually.
Right.
I'm going to start our giveaway. If I could have a giveaway term from our chat, please. Ballot, B-A-L-L-O-T. That's pretty funny. I like that.
You're never gonna let me down.
I'm gonna do it in lowercase, so it'll be lowercase b. Let's see. Do not need to be following this stream. Do not need to have anything. Everybody gets an equal chance to win. I have to sniffle really bad. There we go. If you are watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Steam, if you're watching on Facebook, please join us on Twitch for our MooBot giveaway. That way you can be entered into our hashtag ballot, hashtag Ethereal Ballet box giveaway. We're gonna let this run for a minute. I've done pretty good about not coughing and not sniffling on stream, so the fact that my nose is like hitting me now is pretty good.
Yeah, we were actually worried if this was going to be a solo stream yesterday.
I'm recovering from being sick last week, so thank you everybody for your warm wishes last week. It was very sweet of you. Gosh, Elebon, we've done so much today.
Indeed. But for our players, what did you like most from today's update announcement?
What was most exciting?
For me personally, I really like the mana bar change, because I'm always wondering how much mana I have left.
Really? Easily mine is the inventory close. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wonderful.
I guess we can, while we're entering stuff, we can show off oh right.
What are we showing off?
It was the nope, not that. Yep. Character details. The status
details.
list. Which right now I've got several different statuses. As you can tell, I've got Mana Shield and Deadly set to my favorites. With Luck, Battle Alchemy Enhancement, Transmutation Enhancement, Hero Alchemy Enhancement, and Battler's Boon, the VIP boons, as just in my normal status list. We can change this at any time, but as a real quick, we'll turn on Mana Shield, which now shows up into mana, lights up, showing that it's active. And of course, you can see the nice little blue numbers above my head.
Maybe a little bit, teensy bit hard to see with our resolution. Please forgive.
True. And here you can see us you can see editing. You know what? I don't need this luck shown, so we're going to move it to the hidden category. As you can see down here, I initially had elemental wave, and you can design it however you prefer. And just like that, my status list has been updated. The statuses are still active, they're just not shown. Are there any other ones you wanted to show off, Arcee?
Oh gosh, between the inventory changes, we can go over some of those. So I have some fresh new items in my inventory that have the
One quick thing. Hydra will also show you a range of when you're trying to place it down. So I've got a little green circle at the moment. Placing it will, of course, showcase the distance, the debuff effects. Sorry, Mulin. Alright.
swap it on over.
Alrighty.
I want to look. This is a little bit of a preview to show how the new items look. So, new item is displayed in yellow. You'll be able to kind of see it. Once you hover over it, it no longer has the new effect. If you right-click on an item, it has the new right-click UI. Very simplified. Hopefully there are fewer people destroying their items instead of closing them or turning them off or anything. So hopefully that fixes some of the issues that we've been having together. I know that destroying certain items has been an issue. Looking forward to it. All right, I think we're getting close to rounding out our giveaway.
I think so too.
Tell me when, Elebon.
I cannot see your Moobot giveaway. Neither can the players. So,
all right.
All up to you.
I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds while I repeat the rewards for today. We will have 20 winners win 11 Ethereal Ballet boxes each. So, getting ready to get the show on the road. I'm gonna close our giveaway.
I've hidden my lucky status, and so the rest of you may win.
Oh, lots of last minute entries. All right, I will start calling names. If your name is called or shown in chat, please DM the official Mabinogi Twitch channel. You can also DM us on Discord too at CMRC or CM Elebon. We will respond to you and get you your prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And for those that had won during our GM streams, worry not, we're still trying to get them out.
Yes. All right, I've got our first 10. We have Mabiondi, Konipaka, Amakaiser, it's Resonex, Complete Madman, Mindria 3, Roalina, K Junpei, Time VT, and Infatuations. These are our first 10 winners. We've got 10 more.
Congrats to our first 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. 8, 9, and 10. Nice, nice. Okay. Our following 10 winners are Aquafina, Noodle, It a Panini, Fearmonger 13, Magic Erica, Sayrai, Button Masher, Torimatsu 92. Chinsta Stars. Oh gosh. Oh, I can't say this word. I can't say it. It's too difficult. And Tristella as our final winners. Congratulations to all 20 of our winners. If your name was called, please DM us here. DM me your IGN winners. And we'll try to mail you your items as soon as possible.
And if you cannot figure out Twitch DMs, you can also reach out to us on Discord by DMing Arciellia or myself.
Yes. Thank you also, Elebon, for noting the GM giveaway prizes. We're working on it. It's hard. All of the digital items are on their way, hopefully soon. GM Nova Meteora. And also all of the physical items we're working on. We are going to be down in our basement packaging items today and tomorrow, so hopefully they will be on their way soon. Thank you to everybody for your patience with that event and with the items. It means a lot to us. Elebon, is there anything else that we're forgetting?
I think we've forgotten to rate someone.
No, we're not forgetting. I'm working on it. Let me see who's live. In the meantime, let's talk about some upcoming potential community events that we want to do. We have... Gosh. I don't know if I can spoil this. We're planning an art contest. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Right, Elebon? Am I ringing any bells?
When was the last time we hosted an art event?
It's been a while. Okay, let me see. Oh, snap. We've got quite a few mobby streamers today. I think we should pass it on over to... Oh gosh. The difficult decision. Let's pass it over to Hime Himari, who was watching along for our live stream.
Oh.
Elebon, any final closing remarks before we go?
I hope that all of you have enjoyed today's stream. I know that some of you were hoping for other updates, but just stay tuned. Who knows what's coming up next? Well, I guess you do know what's coming up next, just not which ones yet, but you get the idea.
There will definitely be more to come, so thank you for joining us today for our April preview and renovation, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.